On February 9, 2004, a 21-year-old college student crashed her car on a dark, frozen road in rural New Hampshire. A neighbor saw the accident and called police. Officers arrived within minutes. Her car was there. The lights were still on. The doors were locked. But she was gone. No footprints leading into the woods. No signs of a struggle. No blood. No body. And she has never been seen again. This is the disappearance of Maura Murray, one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in American history. In 2004, Maura Murray was a nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She was intelligent, athletic, and disciplined. In high school, she had been a track star. In college, she was working toward a stable future in healthcare. From the outside, her life seemed structured. But in the days before she vanished, something changed. On February 5th, just 4 days before her disappearance, Maura crashed her father's car after leaving a party. It was a minor accident, but police were involved. No one was seriously injured, but the event added stress to an already complicated week. On Monday morning, February 9th, Maura emailed her professors. She told them there had been a death in her family and that she would be away for a week. There was no death. That same day, she searched online for directions to Vermont and New Hampshire. She called a condo rental number in the White Mountains area. She withdrew almost all the money from her bank account, about $280. She purchased alcohol. Then she packed some clothes into her black Saturn sedan and left campus without telling anyone exactly where she was going. She did not tell her friends. She did not tell her family. She did not leave a clear explanation. It was as if she needed to get away. Around 7:27 p.m. that evening, on Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire, a local school bus driver named Butch Atwood saw her car spun out along the side of the road. The vehicle had struck a snowbank. He stopped to check on her. He later said Maura appeared shaken but not seriously injured. He offered to call the police. She refused. She reportedly told him she had already called roadside assistance. There was no cell phone service in that area. Butch returned to his home and called 911 anyway. Police were dispatched at approximately 7:29 p.m. An officer arrived around 7:35 p.m., just minutes later. But when police reached the crash site, Maura Murray was gone. Her car was locked. Inside, officers found her cell phone, her debit card, and bottles of alcohol. Red liquid stains inside the car were later identified as spilled wine. There were no clear footprints leading into the snowy woods, no signs that she had been dragged, no immediate evidence of foul play. Tracking dogs were brought in. One scent dog picked up Maura's trail and followed it about 100 yards down the road. Then the scent abruptly stopped, as if she had entered another vehicle. That detail changed everything. If she had wandered into the woods, there should have been footprints in the snow. If she had collapsed nearby, search teams would likely have found her. But the scent ending on the road suggested something else. Possibly someone stopped. Possibly someone offered help. Possibly someone took her. Over the following days, search teams combed the surrounding forest. Helicopters flew overhead. Volunteers walked miles through freezing temperatures. Nothing was found. No clothing, no backpack, no remains. It was as if she vanished within a 7-minute window. The theories began almost immediately. Some believed Maura intentionally disappeared. She had academic pressure. She had just been involved in a car accident days earlier. Maybe she needed a break. Maybe she staged everything. But if that was true, how did she survive without using her social security number, her bank accounts, or contacting anyone she loved for nearly 2 decades? There has never been confirmed financial activity under her identity since that night. Others believed she was abducted. The crash occurred in a rural area. The police arrival was fast, but not instant. In that small gap of time, someone driving along Route 112 could have stopped. Investigators later confirmed that registered sex offenders lived within driving distance of the crash site. Several individuals were questioned over the years. No charges were filed.
Another theory suggests she panicked after crashing the car, possibly fearing another DUI charge, and ran into the woods to avoid police. Hypothermia and sub-freezing temperatures can set in quickly. Disorientation can cause people to remove clothing and wander, but extensive searches have found no trace of her remains in nearly 20 years. In 2008 and again in 2022, properties near the crash site were searched after new tips surfaced. Cadaver dogs were used. Ground-penetrating radar was deployed. Still nothing conclusive was publicly released. Her father, Fred Murray, has remained vocal. He believes someone in that area knows what happened. He has criticized the investigation at times, arguing that critical early hours were mishandled. Online communities have analyzed every detail of the case. Phone records, ATM footage, witness statements, maps, timelines. The rag found stuffed in her car's tailpipe has sparked debate. Her father claims he's told her to put it there temporarily to reduce smoke from the engine. Others believe it could indicate something more deliberate. Some believe she planned to meet someone in New Hampshire. Phone records show she contacted a number linked to a condo rental days before her disappearance. Who was she planning to see? Why lie about a death in the family? Why leave without clearly telling anyone where she was going? That 7-minute window between the 911 call and the officer's arrival remains the center of the mystery. If police had arrived 2 minutes earlier, would Maura Murray still be alive? Was she hiding in the dark woods watching the flashing police lights from a distance? Did she accept help from the wrong person? Or did she make a desperate decision that led to tragedy? More than 20 years later, there has been no confirmed sighting, no verified communication, no closure. Just a crashed car on a cold New Hampshire road. A short stretch of highway in Haverhill that looks completely ordinary during the day, and a mystery that refuses to fade. Somewhere, someone knows what happened on Route Y12 that night, and until the truth is revealed, the disappearance of Maura Murray will remain one of America's most chilling unsolved cases.